everybody, welcome back to the Color Fruit Travel channel. Today I'm gonna give to you what I promised in my first or second video. I'm gonna color my hair with the help of my boyfriend. So I will let you know what I'm gonna need. You can see my hair is a mess. It's not even really red anymore. My white hairs, you can see it everywhere. Shout out to my manicure. I just came back from doing my nails. I wanted something a little different, so I did a dégradé from dark red to light red or orange, from dark blue to light blue. I think it looks kind of cool. I really like it. So let's get into it. I'll let you know what I'm gonna need. A very important thing is a comb, a very thin one, so you can separate the areas of your hair that you want to color. Second one, I use a lot of hair ties to separate. So usually when you go to a hairdresser, what they do is they separate your skull, let's say, in two, and then again in two behind your ears, and that's how they do it. A little bit of a story: my aunt has actually a hairdresser back in Portugal. I've worked many summers over there, so I've colored other people's hair. That's why I think this technique is what works best for me, and actually how they do it in the hairdresser itself. Vaseline, because I'm coloring my hair with red, so if it's lighter colors usually it's not a problem, but red, it does leave stains, so I usually use Vaseline to put in my ears, a little bit on my neck and around my face, so if it does stain, it comes much easier out when you put it. Obviously the color. All of my life I've had a lot of hair, a very big amount of hair. I lost a lot of hair maybe about 10-12 years ago. I went to doing internship program in Turkey for 3 months, and the climate and the food was so different. I lost a lot of hair, but I still have quite a lot. And since it's quite long, until about here, I need 2 portions of dye. Until about 2-3 months ago, I've started using 2 because with 1 was starting not to be enough, and the color was not really as vibrant as it is now. Obviously plastic gloves, my boyfriend uses one and I use the other because I help him, and he's still, the first time I did not use it and my hair stayed stained for like 2 days. And obviously this dye, you can use it directly from the bottle. Since my boyfriend is not really a profi, I got this little set, a pencil, and it was so cheap. It was like 4 francs everything, or like around 4 euros, and it's much easier when he helps me to do it. Like I mentioned, I had a very good friend of mine that did it for me with my help as well. In the meantime, she moved to another city, so she cannot visit us every month. So I persuade my boyfriend to help me for, I think, the last 2 times we've done it. It took a little bit of time because he was like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm going to ruin everything. I said, don't worry, I'm going to help you. Last but not least, I have here a mirror. It really does help when he's doing it to me, so I can look directly here and see what I'm doing instead of looking at the screen. It's a little bit easier and more up close, and it helps a lot. I also forgot to mention, usually when I dye my hair, I try to use like a dark t-shirt, or a t-shirt that you don't use that much anymore, that you're kind of okay if it's ruined. In a hairdresser, you have the little things that you come out to take. Here, what I do is, I wait for the half an hour or how long it is that it needs to be done, and then I go in the shower and I take a shower and I take everything off. Black t-shirts or anything dark usually are very useful. I also know that in a hairdresser they put a towel on it. I tried to do it the first time. The problem is, since I'm helping my boyfriend in the back or something and I do this, the towel just keeps going up and up and up, and it touches all the air there. So usually I do not do it, but I always have a towel with me in case if I see there's something smeared, so I can quickly clean it. Obviously I have a I bought this towel super cheap. You don't have to have the best, just you see how stained she is from my red dyeing. You don't really need, just something that you can clear, and you don't really care if she's stained. You know, this cost me like 3 euros. When she's done, she just goes to the garbage and done. So let's get into it and mix up the color. So here we go. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna put Vaseline around my hairline, also in my ears. When I go for the shower later to take the dye out, everything comes out so easily. It's awesome and protects you practically everywhere. I have to untangle my hair. It gets tangled very easily. And then I use the comb. So I'm gonna separate my hair, like I mentioned, in 4 parts, so down the middle, and then the first part behind the ear in one side, and the other side exactly the same way, and I put them together with hair ties. Then I go all the way down the back. One side I'm gonna leave it open because we're gonna start there, and I put everything with hair ties. Of course, now I have to mix the dye. There's 4 packages. Please mix it until it's smooth and the color is the same. And I start with the dye in my middle part alone, and my boyfriend will take here. He goes all the way down the back. Usually is I part the hair with a comb, like you see, and he dyes the root. The ends, I'm gonna do them later. They are already red, so I don't need to do it right now. The roots need a little bit longer. Please make sure that you get all your baby hairs. I have a lot of them in the back and in the front. So I do that in one side, and then we start obviously in the other side, the exact same process. And then we start all the way in the front. The front is a little bit easier for me because I can see exactly where I'm parting, and it's also easier for him. He's getting better and better. This is his third time. Like you mentioned here, you see, I'm trying to get all the baby hairs. I have so many of them. It's a little bit annoying sometimes. And then of course you go to the other side. The process is the same in every side, just the way you organize yourself. Then you have to massage your hair. Usually I do it so the dye also goes more to the ends and to make sure that all the roots have enough. And then we start massaging the dye into the ends. It helps me a lot. Usually I massage it and he puts the dye on. It takes a little bit time, but if it's not everywhere, I mean, my hair is already red, so it's not a big of a problem. And we try to use the dye until everything is finished to make sure that really every hair has. And then I put it up in the bun. I've been dyeing my eyebrows as well. My eyebrows are naturally black. I find the contrast is a little bit too harsh. I don't want them red, I do want them a little bit lighter, so I leave the dye for about 10 minutes, not the 30 minutes it leaves for the hair. And then I use a wet towel to take any excess and to be easier to clean. See you in 30 minutes! So I'm back after 3 rows of shampoo. You can see also I have practically no stains. The Vaseline helped a lot. Obviously now I'm gonna do a hair mask. It helps a lot to hydrate your hair. Of course, to tangle it's usually very difficult. My hair is naturally waved, so it gets tangled a lot. A couple of years ago I bleached my hair. I'm gonna put some pictures here to have my hair pink. So I try to put extra love into my ends because usually they get affected the most. And then I just put it up in the bun. And now, since I usually leave it for half an hour, what I do, I put it in clean film from the kitchen so I can sit in the sofa and relax without putting everything wet in my furniture, let's just say. Usually when I do a hair mask, I also do a face mask. This is from NatureCan with CBD, natural. I do have eczema, so I note that the CBD helps to calm down my eczema, so I leave both of them for half an hour. See you soon! So the process is done. I just took everything out from my face and my hair. So my hair is a little bit naturally waved. My dad has a lot of curls. So you can see my hair is not really straight. Sometimes I just let it hair dry, but today I just put a little bit of the dryer, but you can see it's like waved everywhere. And one thing that I hate in my hair is that it's not consistently waved. It's like one there, so it's a mess. You can see that the Vaseline help. I am practically no stains in my face, which is awesome. What you saw is actually when I usually leave a mask in my hair, I put one in my face as well. It's 2 in 1, come on, you do everything together. And then I just usually take it out in the kitchen sink because I do not have a bathtub, so I took a shower to take the whole thing out. I don't want to go back in a shower to take just the thing out of my hair. So usually I just do it in the kitchen sink because he's deep enough. My boyfriend in the beginning, it like kind of was weird for him, but now he's kind of used to it. I do it maybe once a week, the hair mask. And this is my process. If you have any questions or recommends or requests, please comment down below, like and subscribe, and see you next time, guys.